Patson Malisa is a preacher. He's also a leader. He's a motivational speaker. I have dealt with him on several occasions, and I believe that if there is ever anyone that can be called the Obama of Africa, I think if we go to the United States, we would say Obama is the Patson Malisa of America, because he is able to bring out the best in people. He is also the organizing secretary for Organization of African Youth, the Continental Executive Committee. I present to you, Mr. Malisa, please come.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Morning.
Yeah, you're supposed to respond.
Now,
I hope you all slept well and are ready for an awesome day. Ladies and gentlemen, today we find ourselves in a wilderness. We find ourselves in communities, in neighborhoods that have been drenched, drained, immersed in pain, immersed in depression. That when you speak of change, all they can say is, it's not going to happen. They're used to disappointment. They say it's not going to happen. They say it's not going to work because we've tried it before. We've tried to change. It's not going to happen. But ladies and gentlemen, today, I want to find out if there are some Joshuas and Calebs in this place today who can say that indeed the place that we have been promised, freedom, is ours for the taking. You see, because you must understand something. That is our generation. Neither knows slavery nor freedom. And we're yet to attain total freedom, especially in terms of economic emancipation. All right. Now you must understand something about a country and a continent and a people. Unless the people have a control over their own wealth and over their own resources, they are not completely free. Because whoever has the money has the power. I don't know if you ever noticed. Yeah, thank you. You can clap on that. You must understand something, and that is this, that we, ladies, as people of South Africa, at this moment in time, we have people with potentials, with people with greatness on the inside of them. But the reason why they're not coming out is simply because the financing, the platform for them to do it is just not there. That's the simple truth. If you go into the locations, how many people have you seen singing much better than your Tony Braxtons, than your Beyoncés? But simply because there is no infrastructure to groom these people and bring them out into the world, they find themselves singing in street corners for pennies. And that's the problem that we have in this country today. We have scientists who find themselves stuck in labs for the rest of their life simply because there is no company that is ready to finance their projects that could change the world. Are there scientists here?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I'm trying to advocate for you. At least say amen.
Amen.
At the end of the day, what I'm trying to say to you, ladies and gentlemen, is this, that we, in this moment in time, we have more than enough potential, more than enough resolution within us to cause change. Now, there's a tool that we tend to not use that is most effective. This tool has brought about revolutions. This tool has brought about change in ways that can never, ever be done by any other method. And that tool is simply using your voice. You as a person, your voice, is the most effective tool that you've been given on God's green earth. There's a reason why your tongue has been shaped in the form of a sword's edge. Because when your words and your speech is used effectively, it can bring about change. You know, in fact, if I can take you back to those Jews with Joshua and Caleb, their first conquest in the promised land was Jericho. Right. Now, with Jericho, they find themselves walking around this place 7 times for 7 days. All right. Now, when the time came to conquer, they did not bash on the wall. They did not kick on the wall. They didn't throw a missile. No, they shouted with one voice, and the walls fell apart. There's a reason why that that is this, that when voices come together in one accord and speak the same language, forgetting who they represent, forgetting what they think they represent, and start remembering that they are part of a collective, they are bound to bring change. It's like the many rivers, thank you, the many rivers. All right, the many rivers of the earth that connect at one point to become the ocean. Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm asking, can you become part of this revolutionary collective that is bringing about change? I'm speaking about it in present terms because of the fact that you are gathered here as visionaries, people with a mind to innovate, people with a mind to create. You see, because the thing is, the ideas that have been implemented over our history and over the history of the world will not take us into the future. That is why it is not going to work for us to come together and start saying, now will this policy work or will that policy work? No, ladies and gentlemen, let's come together and let's say, how about we draft our own policy? How about we draft our own initiatives? How about we draft our own ideologies? Why do we have to resort to ideologies that were created 30, 40, 50 years ago, that were predetermined for that time, for that situation, and that worked for that environment? How about we come together and we say, now with what we have, and with what Africa has presented to us, with what South Africa has presented to us, what is the best way to attain economic freedom? What is the best way to obtain political freedom? What is the best way to obtain social freedom? All of these things we ought to discuss today. Now, I have come today not only just to motivate you to speak, but to provoke you to speak. Because at the end of the day, we have been too comfortable. We think that it's just going to happen. No, ladies and gentlemen, if it's going to be, it is up to me. The destiny of South Africa is in my hands. The destiny of South Africa is in my voice, being heard by people. That is why I must make sure that in every waking moment of my life, there must be at least something that I'm doing that is contributing towards the change of South Africa. There is no way that I can expect someone to come out of nowhere and cause the change. No, ladies and gentlemen, you are the catalyst for change in this generation. You are the catalyst for the future in South Africa. You are the people entrusted with this generation. You are the ones entrusted with the future. This heritage that we have and the future that we ought to create, it is entrusted into you to make sure that you make the best out of it. It is all in your hands. It is yours. Now, ladies and gentlemen, your voice matters. It is up to you. It is in your voice that this change is going to happen. And to close off, I'd like to tell you a little story of a certain woman who was a rainmaker. All right? That woman was my great-grandmother. All right? She was a priest and a rainmaker in our culture. And whenever she went up to the mountain, and whenever she would communicate with God, there would actually be rain, even when there was drought. There was not once that she went up the mountain and came down, and there wasn't any rain. Now, her favorite daughter gave birth to my mother, who is here today. I love you so much. Although you make me crazy sometimes. All right. Now, she gave birth to me. I'm the firstborn. Now, the rainmaker calling skips 2 generations. Now, I'm the new rainmaker. All right? I'm not necessarily a rainmaker in terms of physical rain, but I am a rainmaker in terms of bringing about change and life into the droughted minds of the African youth.
Yes.
Now, today, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know today that the rains of Africa have started falling.
Yes.
The rains of Africa have started falling. The rains for South Africa have started falling. It is your time today to start rising up and start becoming the people whom destiny has appointed you to become. All that is needed for you to become who you ought to be is here today. Now, all you have to do is simply get up. Simply speak out. Simply say what's on your mind. It does not have to be right. In fact, we have learned the most from the people who've made mistakes in history. right? So it's good that we have people who make mistakes. It's also good that we have people who make right with the mistakes. So let's learn from one another. Today, let us speak our mind. Let us speak our hearts. It's raining here in South Africa at Wits University, West Campus, F&B building. It's raining here today. And it's time for you to start letting those seeds that have been planted on the inside of you by your school, by your background, by all of that, let it start sprouting out. And let's start seeing change in this country. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.